Hello everyone. It's been a wonderful long day. I'm sure the first question on everybody's mind is, am I the last guy? Yes. I'm the last chap with these presentations, so yes, you can all breathe easy. Second thing, do I have a very long presentation? How long is it going to take? How long will it take, right? I've got 5 slides, including the introductory one and the thank you one, right? So there's just 3 of them on which I'm going to speak, right? All right, so now you're all going to get to the next part and photograph and everything quickly enough. With that said, my name is Amit, if you did not catch it yet. I'm going to speak briefly on OpenSource DB. I'm aware that a lot of people are already aware about Hari and OpenSource DB, but we are venturing out into a few new things, and I just want to ensure that I cover some of those things up quickly, briefly. I'll also try to keep it very frictionless, make it very easy for anyone. At the end of the slides, I'm going to give out contact details, including my phone number, so you can feel free to reach out if you've got any questions. So that time is also saved. All right, with that said, moving on to the first one, right? What is OpenSource DB up to? What do we do? And what are we going to be doing going forwards, right? So typically what we have done, right? It includes typically professional services around the Postgres database, right? If you need architectural health checkup, if you need to build a data pipeline, if you want any sort of custom SOW, anything, right? So if you wanted any services, if there are any gaps, you wanted to talk to somebody and get that fixed, OSDB was doing it. What are the other things that we also do now, right? So the community is wonderful, the database is wonderful, but sometimes, like it or not, organizations, individuals land up in situations where you need a break fix or a hot fix, right? What is your priority may not be the priority for the world, right? And you need a fix right now. So if it ever comes to a point where you or your organization is considering 24/7 support, yes, which will come with a hot fix, we'll help get that to one of our partners. The third thing, the most popular session arguably today, which was about DBtune and AI-powered database optimization, right? After a few minutes, there was barely any space to even sit or even stand inside. I actually had a jolly laugh with some people who really couldn't get in through. So that's the third thing that we do, right? AI-powered Postgres database optimization. I mean, there was a long session on it. If you want to have a POC on it, you'll have my details. We are happy to do a POC with a synthetic load, with your own sample, whatever it is, right? Feel free to reach out. The fourth thing that's there, again, the second thing that we had outside with the slides and all running is a multi-region, multi-master, multi-cloud, fully distributed Postgres setup, right? So basically, if you're looking for low latency, ultra-high availability, if you have a very, very comprehensive setup, if you want everything in the world on your open source or on your Postgres database, yes, we'll help you get that. One of the last things, for people is, I tried it on my machine, we've got it on premises, all of those things. Strategy is moving from on-prem to cloud, and we'd like to try it, we'd like to consult with somebody, we'd like somebody to handhold us, right? All the CSPs on the world are probably not going to take you up unless you have significant billing with them, right? It's a fact of life. So if you want somebody to talk to and get help from somebody as to, okay, I am moving X or Y or Z part from on-prem or from this to that, and I'd like to talk to somebody and get some help, feel free to reach out. We collaborate with somebody on that as well, right? So that's a quick introduction of 5 things that we do. Why consider us, right? Because we've had some very large, small, all sorts of enterprises come across. So the first thing why you should consider us is, well, we are trusted Postgres experts. We've got a good enough team. We've got quite a few entities that we work with. Some of them are banks, some of them are into the BFSI sector, payments, enterprises. So yes, we work with a growing number of clientele. We'd be happy to have you also on board, right? The second thing, particularly when we talk about data and databases and all those things, what happens to my data, my client's data, right? We are an ISO certified organization. So even when I got any access to any of these internal resources, the first thing they did was run through a few contracts, right? So be rest assured that you can engage with us and things won't go wrong. Third, I just had a quick chat with Hari, and he could name at least more than a couple of open source projects to which he's contributing to, right? So we truly believe and we truly support more than one open source projects. Of course, Postgres is one of them, but that's not the only one. So we definitely do put in time, energy, effort behind open source projects. The fourth thing, yes, we partner with world-class solution providers. Now, some of these that I'm going to talk about next, you probably have seen the logos, heard about them, we have chatted, you have seen. There might be one or which you are aware of, but we have not displayed outside. We'll quickly go through them, all right? With that said, I just want to ensure that I at least put two quick things which relate to each of the things that we do, right? So for OpenSource DB, we are ISO certified, you're covered, and we'll typically fill any gaps, get you any PS, help you out with Postgres, right? The second thing is DBtune is the AI-powered Postgres database optimization, right? It is real-time, it's iterative, we'll do a POC. The next slide will be some contact details. Reach out to us, and let's take it forward, right? The third thing is CYBERTEC. I spoke about support 24/7. Something I've mentioned, the second thing is supported versions up to 7 years. So even the people in community will tell you that the global development support that you get from the community is only until 5 years from the latest major release. With CYBERTEC, we'll take you until 7 years back, all right? The fourth one, pgEdge. A lot has been said. There was a long presentation. Again, we are happy to have a call if you want to have a further conversation on that. Typically, multi-region, multi-master setup that you want, ultra-high availability, low latency that you want, right? The last thing on the cloud services, you want to get on the cloud, yes, we can help you. We've also partnered with DigitalOcean. Yes, they use some different names like droplets, but typically it's essentially the same thing. It's cloud compute, storage, networking, management, backups, containerization, you name it, right? All the typical things that a developer will need when they're trying to move from their current situation to the cloud, they have it covered, all right? With that said, I did say that, okay, we'll give contact details. This was the fourth slide. The fifth slide, please ensure that you are getting a good capture of this. On the right, that is my name. You have my email, you have my phone number, you've got our website. On the left, there was a gentleman sitting right next to me. So he's the CEO, of the Chief Operating Officer. I put out his details also. I welcome anyone who wants to take a quick, free, absolutely free POC of the DBtune database optimization. Or if you want to have a conversation which is consultative in nature, this is where we are, this is where we want to go. We're using Postgres, or we want to get on Postgres. What can we do? How can we do? We are happy to have a conversation, all right? With that said, thank you everybody for your patience.